feed. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buffaloes will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Utah Utes offense will get first crack at it today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Davis. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Utes with the 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
2nd down coming up. They just keep firing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Looking for room, it's Parker. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got it in the middle, it's Parker. There to make the stop, and he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real, the coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Utes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. And this one is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Colorado's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
Now on 1st down from the 30. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air. It's Salter. Makes the catch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
The Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on
focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Buffaloes will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. He'll pull it on the read. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Dampier. It's complete. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Now, 4th down.
The Utes will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Hauls it in at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking for space, it's Hayden. He has the first and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Last year's return to prominence for Colorado was fueled by a couple of superstars, Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy and giving this whole program a bolt.
They also lost Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback, so losing a lot of talent on the field, but there are a lot of eyes on this program now for obvious reasons. And because of the guy running the program, they're always recruiting extremely well. There's new talent coming in the building. Nobody can overlook Colorado anymore.
Boy, it's crazy because the list of Hall of Fame coaches are incredible. I mean, you just go down the list, and I've heard that guy, heard that guy, heard that guy. And so they're starting to recruit better and get more talent. Can they solidify the line of scrimmage? That's what's been the key for Colorado. Can they be physical and tough up front?
Now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Salter. Got it in the middle. It's Atkins. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against wall.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Wants to keep it in the air. Catch in the middle. It's Atkins. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Colorado. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Utes can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
The Utes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They've got the screen set up. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Listen, at this point, at the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Caught over the middle. It's Bentley. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Utes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it behind the line. It's Hayden. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Snagged in the middle. It's Welsh. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Utes will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Makes the quick grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. With the catch, it's Miller. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Looking for a man. It's Salter. He'll pull it down. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And the Buffaloes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Buffaloes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Picks up the 1st down. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
You know, it's so unique to find quarterbacks that have these types of moves in the open field. You oftentimes find guys that can run very quickly straight line, but how about the shiftiness of this quarterback and the ability to make people miss? That's impressive.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Off the RPO, complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Caught behind the line. It's Davis. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And the Utes are marching down the field. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Parker. Touchdown, Utes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll run play action. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
To the air, it's Salter. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Welch. There he goes. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. Looking for room at the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
17 on the play. And that's a first down for the offense.
And the Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. The play action fake. Caught close to the marker, it's Williams.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Buffaloes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He's got it on the move. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop. On
third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Touchdown!
love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. They stop him after a 6-yard run out through the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. There's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the Utes will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The give as they work on that clock. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bentley. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
The Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO fired complete to the left. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's a first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun on third down. Quarterback gets the first down. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
And the Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Floating away. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense will use the timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left. The Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.